Hi everyone, it's Jackie. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm here working on my altered date book and my design team project for G. So let's look. Let me show you a few things. So you know already that I have all these big pockets, right? So I have taken the page sheets. These don't go together, but I've cut them down to fit my pockets, and these happen to be 7 by 5 that fit into my pockets either this way or this way. And I have backed those sheets just onto some paper. It's a thin paper, it's not a cardstock. These are not hard, they're still pretty flimsy, but that's okay. You can back them onto something harder if you wanted to. So I took all those pages, so I've made myself a whole bunch of these, and I've stitched around them. I did some fancy stitching. I did some messy stitching on some. I mean, it's just, you know, a whole lot of fun on these. Then what I also did was I took my tab punch, which I've misplaced and put somewhere, don't know where. Anyway, but I can make myself some little tabs like this. So I made these by just taking a piece of the harder, my 160 pound, and I took about a 2-inch piece, folded it in half, and used my little tab punch to make these. And then I also backed them onto some paper, and I'm just putting them on here. Now I should have thought and stitched it at the same time. It probably would have looked nice, but I didn't. So as I'm putting these in here, I really like how that sticks out, and it could even stick out as far as that to look pretty if you wanted to. I also discovered that I have all these pieces. They're very flimsy, and if you have a pocket here, it might cause those to rip a little. So I thought, well, I'm going to take some washi tape. So I was watching Tracy Fox using washi tape in her sample journal, and I'm going to reinforce these tabs by putting washi tape on either side of those. And it does. It really does reinforce them quite nicely. So that's what I've been working on. So I'm going to continue with some of that, and I'm going to continue putting some washi on here. And I just picked out a few that I have that I thought might, not you, you are too dark. Can you see those? Maybe, yeah. On the edges here. So maybe we'll use this one. And what I also am doing before I put them down is I am putting some glue stick just along here, and I'll do it on the back also, just to make sure these stick down. And I'm gonna let this go on here like this, and I am also going to run it around the back. Hope I'm not off camera to do this side. Oh, good, I'm not. So let's pull out enough that we think we can overlap. And then this is just gonna come right up. Try to get it even. Sometimes I have to lift it to be able to actually see it. There. And then we've covered this and made it a much more secure piece right here. All right, let's move down here and let's do one on here. We'll use this little flowery one. And I don't know where I've got any of these washi's from. I don't use them a lot, but now I've discovered maybe I should. Maybe I should. Now this one might be a little trickier because this is a pocket, so it has a double side. So I'm gonna need to do this one. Get that right up along the edge. If I lift it up a little, then I can see where I'm going a little bit better. And then I can come back once I can see the other side. There. some more glue. Tuck this guy over, but I want to make sure I'm not, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I don't want to go on the back because I don't want to glue this together. So this is a little tricky because these are already done together, and hopefully, well, I guess they're all glued together now. Maybe not. I'll have to go through and look at all my pages and see if I can get, let's tear that, a little easier to maneuver. Kind of pull that down, and I can just go right along here like this. Don't worry about that sticking over because I can cut that. There we go. And I'll just snip that little piece off there so that's not showing. Nice. And then I can do it again. Now I think I'm going to go with, let me see what I have in here that might, like you might be able to use one of those and bend it over. I'll try that. But maybe I'll go with something like this for the other side of this, just so it's a little not quite as bright. It's a little tricky, like I said, but just do the best you can. Put it right on like that. I am using extra glue because washi tape isn't meant to really stick, you know, forever. Some is stickier than others. Mine is mostly pretty cheap washi, so it's not like the greatest stickiness, because washi, after all, is meant to. Now this is where I ran into trouble before of how that looks. It doesn't want to really come around there, so I'm just gonna go just like this, and then I'm gonna rip that off there. So that's what that looks like, and you can see through a little bit, but that says June, but I don't care. I don't mind that at all. If you did, you could put something extra, a little piece of lace or something on there. And I may very well put lace on some of these. In fact, I might try that over here, actually, right on this one. Let's see. So I do have some, some laces. So let me just show you. These all came from Plum Boutique? No. Yes, Plum Boutique, I believe it is. Let me just look right on here. I think it's on here. Yeah, can you see that? It's Plum Boutique on Etsy.com, .etsy.com. She has tons and tons and tons and tons of different ribbons. Takes a little while to get because they are coming from over the pond. But I do have some. I got these to do the Christmas journal that Angela Kerr is doing. And what the gal at Plum Boutique does is she will wait for Angela to pick her shades that go with her kit, and then she will put together, this is the little package she put together for the Christmas journal, and I have pulled a couple of these out to use in this one because of the colors go so nicely, and these ribbons are absolutely stunningly gorgeous, just gorgeous. So I have those, and then I have these here that I also thought, I love this one. So maybe we'll put that one along there. That would be pretty. Just in a couple places because it is a little more pricey to put these on rather than the washi, but they're so pretty. You really can't not do it. So I think I'm going to put this on this side like this. And I probably will not put some on the other side, mainly because this will really firm this right up without having some on both. Isn't it gorgeous? Even on that side. Just beautiful. I'm going to use some of my Fabri-Tac. And I'm going to just slip this little scrap piece under here just so I can see it better. There. Now I can see where that is a little better. And if you kind of put that here, you can see about how far you want your glue to go. And I am going to use my finger and just smooth that down. I don't think it would bleed through here at all, but I am just going to be careful. And I'm going to let that come up above a little bit because I think that would be really cute to have that pop above. And oh, it doesn't really very much, but it does a little. I might do it a little longer next time. I'm gonna pull it up. I can't really pull it up that far, but that would be cute to have those popping up. Oh gosh, isn't that pretty? I mean, you're not going to be able to, but when you open this and you start flipping through, you're going to be able to see all those tabs, and they're going to be pretty, and you're going to be able to see all these guys sticking out like this. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. All right, let's do another. Let me show you one of the, let's see, I need to find a place. Okay, here's a top pocket. And so let's see, let's just make sure these will fit down in here. I did leave strings on these. You could totally cut them off. I just think they're fun. Sometimes, I don't know. Okay, so that fits in there so well. Now what we're gonna do is take one of these little guys, and actually, I'm gonna give it a little bit of an ink because I think that might really set it off nicely. Yeah, and then we're just gonna stick that right on there. I'm really debating. I really wish I had sewn these on, but I did not, so. Could use the glue stick for this too. Could use any glue you like for this, actually. I just have this guy out, so that's what I'm using right now. And that's gonna go on like this. Let's try to get this one straighter than the last one, if we can. Sometimes it's really hard to tell, but it gives you a little time, as you know, with the 3-in-1 or Fabri-Tac, whichever. I'm not sure what's in there. Probably Fabri-Tac. So now you have that. You can pull that right out. It looks great. The other thing that I might do right here is I'm going to take a little piece of this and I'm going to make an extra little tab on there. Just a little bit. This one's fun. She's literally hundreds and hundreds of these guys, on here. So that's just a little extra layering right there. Okay, a little extra. Okay, and just here like this. That for a second. You could clip it with a clip. I'm going to do that for just a sec. Whoops, that didn't work out so well. Now did it? Hey, get back here. I'm going to bring this in on the side and just hopefully clip that to hold that down. Just a second while it dries so it doesn't move. I could have put a little staple in there. That might have been fun too. The other fun thing to do on these side ones, oh, that's really bugging me because it's not straight, but I can't pull it off, so, is to take your crocodile. If I could find mine, that would be fabulous. Put a little eyelet in here and then have a dangle from it, and maybe I'll do that if I can find my crocodile. Okay. Should be dry now, and then we can stick this one right in here. Oh look, that I did not mean to do that, but that's the same page. Well, it's kind of funny how things work out. Now that one should stick up nicely. Yes, I like that. Both this and the fabric stick right up, and I do like that. All right, where did you go? Come here, right in here. I think, did you come come out of here. Now we could also do that on the side, but I'm not putting that in as far, so that will stick out. I like that. I'm not too crazy about this. This I might change before, see, that's just, I can just cut that off and put in a black piece or something like that rather than this, because I don't really like that. I don't really like the gold. All right. Okay, so let's continue on. Let's go along. Oh, that might have been where that one came from. Okay, well, let's put another one in here. Let's see what it will look like. This looks nice. And that'll pop out. And I think I'm gonna take a little piece of this to use as the, instead of putting one of my little tabs like this, I am just gonna put this on here and let that stick out there, like that. Maybe we'll go a little better if we do it with this, I'm not sure. A little on that side, stick that on, hold that down, and then make sure we get it straight. I moved my light over closer. I hope that's giving better light and not shadow. Okay, so that's on there just like that. Probably should have been a little longer, but it's okay. I'm gonna put a little staple in that. Whoops, so sorry. Grab my tiny attacher from over here. Oh, you're a tiny attacher. There you are. Just because I'm a little worried that's really close to the edge and I don't want it to pull off. So if I give it a little bit of a staple here, like right here. There we go. That'll be on there. Yeah, I want to start getting some things here and here sticking out. I am, oh boy, I love this journal. I do. All right. Oh, I see this needs a little bit of help here along this edge. Sometimes you'll have to go back and glue a little bit more after you've been playing with them and putting the washi on. If I had been thinking about this more, I would have put the washi on before I did those, but often I don't get that inspiration till later. So, okay, so that's in there. That's looking good. Let's continue. And of course, now, see what I've done. I should have not put this on yet. I'm gonna take it off if I can, because I'm gonna put paper on there. And then we'll put the ribbon back on. Okay, that's all right. It is okay, because here's what we do. We take a piece of the washi tape that is not our favorite. And I'm gonna cover this up anyway, but the washi tape will strengthen this little boo-boo right here. And we can do that on both sides. Oh, really interesting. It didn't rip, only ripped this. It didn't rip this part. Okay. Okay, so now let's get a piece of paper from our, so I do have this one already cut, and that fits there nicely. I didn't ink many of these. Good, so we'll put that there. And then we'll put this right down the edge like that, and that will look lovely. Okay. So let's make some room. Can you see my, how far can you see this? Oh, I can sort of see that. All right. So what I'm going to do here is grab my glue stick and go right on over this with the glue stick. Oh, good. What are you guys working on? Are you just hanging out watching videos today, or Sunday afternoon for me. This probably won't air until, I don't know, Tuesday, maybe? Not sure. I think Tuesday. And it will be the second installment for this. Whoops, let's make sure we're going right side up. Thank you very much. I'm gonna line up with those lines there, but I don't want you up that high. I do wanna make sure I cover that. Perfect. Okay, whoops. Okay, here we go. All right. Oh, yeah, this glue is crazy sticky glue, but I didn't have it straight. And that's still not really straight, is it? Not really. Okay, well, why is this buckled? Why are you buckling? I don't know. Okay. Now we can put our ribbon back on. It is a nasty day today. It is freezing rain all day. And my window in my craft room, the side window where the wind has been blowing, it has blown that freezing rain, and my screen, it has come right through the storm window onto my screen, and it's just frozen. It's ice all on the screen. It's very interesting. It looks like it's been, like, you know, you can take that plastic stuff and put it in your window. And that's what it looks like. All right, there. That's very nice. And we'll come back and do some more work on that. Now, this side, we're gonna put something. I really like this little guy too. I think we'll just, whoops, let's put a little bit of glue on there. And I'm gonna put a little piece of washi tape right down the edge here. Does not need to be perfect. It's fine. And that's good. There, I like that. I like that. That little print is so pretty. It's one of my favorites. All right. So here we have a tuck like this. Oh, we need to do this because this is going to go over here. So let's see what we have. First, let's glue this down. Okay, let's glue that all down. So this is going to flip over and go here. So we need a piece of paper. I might have to print some papers, but we also might use, that's not big enough. This guy right here. And what I might do, that's already curled over, but I was thinking there's not really enough of it. I was thinking of curling this over the edge, but there's not really enough, so I'm going to just glue this right on here like this. And then we'll have to do a little cutting. I'm gonna do this a little differently. I'm gonna just do the top part of this so I can get it even. And now I'll go back and, oops, and still messed it up. Ugh, because I don't want it to be. I didn't want it to be all the way to that edge because I might be able to still stick that down. Because I wouldn't be able to turn my page very well. I did that. All right, so what we still probably can do, I'll cut this off the bottom. I'm just going to put a little glue along that edge, and I'm going to fold this over. Okay, well, it was enough to fold over. That's very good. I'm happy about that. And that makes that edge really strong. Really strong. That's good. Now let me see. I'm going to take my bigger scissors here and just see if I can cut this a little bit better. There. Okay, that's good. Oh, well, oh, yeah, it's good. I just need to let that glue stick dry because we don't want glue there. We're just going to want to glue down the edges of this. So we want glue stick right along there. Right along here. Okay. And just going to glue this down. I think this is a really easy beginner kind of journal to do. Now, I want to go back and make sure, let's take my bone folder and stick under here, because I don't want that to glue down where I have got extra glue. So I'm going to just leave that a minute to let that dry and not get glued down. Make sure our edges are really glued. All right, so then this piece is going to be glued down this way. I may have to stop and print because I don't know what I've got for pages left. I need some more pages, but we could do something like this here. Let's pull this right to there. And actually, we can come in a little bit more, maybe. Make sure we're getting this even. I'm just, really, I'm not measuring. I am just doing this by eye. And I'm going to take my tear ruler and lay it right on that line. And rip this like that. And then you get that nice edge. And I am going to ink this because it does have a little white edge there, which I don't want to have. This will go here, and it will be folding over because this is folding over. So we will be folding that over, and that's okay. I don't mind losing that paper over there because it's really whoops, what's going on? So I'm just trying to straighten that up a little bit. So I need this to fold a little bit more like that. There we go. I think so. Yep. I'm going to glue all this. Let's make sure we get all the edges. And so our glue will be good. And I want to make sure that I'm getting the crease in the right place. Crease that down. There we go. Very good. And just like that. And then we'll go over here. It's not quite straight, it looks like, but that's pretty good. I'm going to glue that to there, and then it's going to glue this edge and this edge, but first I want to put something under there for paper. Whoops, I'll go under here. Let's see if we can straighten this up a little. And that could go right there. Make sure I do that. That way I know exactly where it's going to go. Oops. Turn my glue back up. Right down those edges. Make sure you get edges really glued. Helps if you can be under the light where you can actually see the glare, where the glue makes a glary spot. And then we're going to make sure that is right up there where we did our lines. You can even go over the line a little bit so you don't have to worry about erasing. Now, here's something else I want to do on this. I'm going to put a little bit of a stenciling on that background. And I'm going to use this one. This is the one I generally use. This is, where's the thing? Gothic Swirl. It's from a colorful, I don't know, you probably can't even see that. A colorful something, I don't know. I can't really tell. Now this is mostly going to be covered up, so mostly you can go right over to the edge here. Get my makeup brush here a little bit. Hold this down. Oh, this one is tough because it's so, it's such a nice filigree that you have to be careful because it does move around. Oh, but look how pretty, right? Very pretty. Now, I think we better go over here in the corner and do a little bit, just right there. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And that's just a cute little stencil right there. Okay. Now we're going to put our glue on. And we're just going to go down this little side and across the bottom. Make sure that sticks down. A little bit of glue here. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm just running a bead of glue across the bottom and up the side, the short side. And then this is going to line up and get right down there like that. Beautiful. want to see that dragonfly when I put that somewhere, so how about that? That's a gorgeous one to put in there, don't you think? Yes. All right, let's put a little ribbon